Good morning, everyone. We're looking at gold XAU USD on the 15-minute chart. This is my trend line chart. Then I will, but I prefer to wait until the candle closes, and that's a 15-minute candle. So it's just waiting. However, I am looking at the 1-minute chart on my other monitor to see if it might be possible to get an earlier entry. It's just pulling back a little bit now. I've been seeing some downward movement ever since the Asian market opened, especially Tokyo. Continued lower prices throughout the day, but just because I'm expecting that doesn't mean that's what will happen. I wait for my strategy to tell me what the price is going to do. And right now, just getting a pullback. On the 1-minute chart, it's bouncing up, just pulling back a little bit, not much. Maybe a bit of a fake out towards the upside. We will see. I really prefer to wait till that 15-minute candle closes below the trend line before I go short. Sometimes it will take off and just run away from you, though. So if I can get an earlier entry, that would be advantageous. No music today in the background. I know that the streaming software got away from me yesterday. I didn't even realize it was playing the music until Howard came in and asked me to turn it down. I really apologize for that. I know it can be annoying. So still getting a little bit of a pullback, a little bit of an upward movement on gold. So in the meantime, let's jump over here and look at the factory.com. We had the FOMC at 2 a.m. this morning in Southeast Asia, just after midnight. Today's Thursday. It's just gone 8 a.m. Indochina time, Thursday morning. That would be 8 p.m. Wednesday, Eastern Standard Time. And so we had the employment change on the Australian, and that was some bad news for the Australian economy. And the unemployment rate was good, slightly better than expected. So two conflicting indicators there. We'll look at the odd US and see what it did. And then later today, 1 hour before Wall Street opens, we have the unemployment claims on the US economy. And that's expected to last very long. 15-minute chart on gold, still pulling back. So might be seeing a reversal here from the initial downward movement. Oh, it looks like you just lost me there for a little bit. Just lost my screen. See if that's going to come back. No, I'm not even sharing my screen now. Go over here and get that one. There we go. I don't know if you could see the forexfactory.com calendar while I was talking. And now it's coming back down. Coming back down just a little bit. So I said we'd look at the audio, see what that high impact news had to say. Oh, yeah. So they liked the fact that the employment rate had improved. Initially, that was good, then it came back down, but the overall market sentiment is positive for the odd US because of that news. If you trade the odd US, odd CAD, euro odd, anything with the odd, you'd be interested in that. Go back to the gold. Kathmandu, but feeling better now, getting over it. So I'll try to be here every day. I was here yesterday for a little bit and just lost the chart again. I don't know what's going on with the streaming software. Okay, there's back. But that's been frustrating because I wanted to be more consistent with the regularity being Monday to Friday every day at the same time. But when your head is not right, then it's hard to. I haven't even been trading. You need to have the right mental frame of mind, the right mindset when you're trading. Now we're getting a downward movement. That was just a bit of a fake out the first 10 minutes, the little pullback that we saw there. So if this will go ahead and go down, I will go short. I'm getting a good indication on the 1 minute chart that this is likely to continue downward. So I would like to get in a little bit earlier rather than wait for that entire 15 minutes, although it's only another 4 minutes. So if this will just close in the next 4 minutes below that green action line, then I will go short. How are you doing, by the way? Yeah, it looks like it's. Oh, I'm showing the 1 minute chart there on the YouTube. Let me go back to the 15-minute chart. You see what I'm looking for there? If the downward movement is going to continue, then that will give me a good feeling about taking the short trade. So we'll go back to the 15-minute chart. Another 2 minutes on the 15-minute candle. We've got our pivot point down here at 49.47. First resistance level at 5039, first support level at 4883. It's a pretty good indicator, this one from Tradingview called the pivot points standard. It's easy to set. You can choose the color, choose how many resistance and support lines you want to show on the screen. And it's fairly accurate. How has your trading been lately? Have you been taking any trades on gold? Gold seems to have, and it's not expected that we will see a lowering of the interest rates anytime soon. So with the high interest rates on the US dollar, that puts pressure on gold. It wasn't just very long ago, we were looking at nearly 6,000 and now we're below 5,000. Did make a bullish run up yesterday. We look at yesterday's chart all day long pretty much, except during the London session it came down. But the Asia market was just very, very bullish. Then London just kind of fizzled out a little bit, and then they started towards later in the session to move up, and then the U.S. pushed it even higher. It was a big bullish day yesterday. In spite of gold being bearish on the 4-hour chart and also bearish on the day chart. Um, is it the first day back for China? It looked like yesterday was the first day back for China. The way the gold was moving, I don't know. I don't really follow the Chinese New Year too much. They take about a week off for Chinese New Year, and I'm not really sure, what about the banks or the institutions in China, what kind of holidays they have. You keep making on the bullish legs. Well, gold is, yesterday was bullish, yes, but gold is bearish on the 4-hour chart and the day chart. Opportunity to go short, and that's why I didn't take a trade yesterday, even with that bullish run. I could have, but I just not in the right mental frame of mind, and was kind of looking for gold to continue its downward movement. So I did not take a trade yesterday, even in spite of that very, very good bullish run. Well, that first candle didn't do what I wanted it to do. That's okay. So let's see what this one does. Getting started. I'll go back to my 1-minute chart and see. Yeah, it's bounced back up on the 1-minute chart. While this is playing around, we might just look at the uh, 4-hour chart rather than change the time frame. We'll go here to the 4-hour. Yeah. This has been a couple of weeks of just sideways trading. Not much going on at all. Actually, just now looking at this, uh, gold is neutral. it's turned neutral on the 4-hour chart. And that's because of that big run yesterday. It has been bearish since the 12th of February, right here. It was actually bearish on my indicators, but then turned neutral yesterday. And then let's see if we can look at the day chart. I don't have too much information on there. And the day chart is bearish. Day chart is bearish for 2 days now, even though we had that bit of a run up yesterday. So not really too much going on now. It looks like it wants to go down again. A little bit of indecision in the beginning of the Singapore and Shanghai opening. I guess Shanghai is open. Um, Let me look on my calendar right quick and see. Usually it tells me. Okay, my calendar, Google Calendar tells me that this is the third day of Chinese New Year. So Google Calendar is pretty accurate with holidays. So if this is the third day of Chinese New Year, that means, it's official. So I would expect that the banks would be closed and very much trading. This is kind of what I expected to see yesterday. There was a lot of sideways movement, but then it just really took off. It was really surprised me yesterday. I look back here. This really just surprised the heck out of me yesterday. I didn't expect that at all. I mean, come on, it's Chinese New Year. So who is moving that like that? Of course, it's not very big candles, small candles. Perhaps a lot of retail traders getting in at this low price. We've been seeing lower lows and lower highs. I know what you mean. If you're expecting gold to go to higher prices and then it keeps falling, then it it kind of plays on your head and it's hard to pull the trigger when it keeps going down. You're expecting to see it go up. I know what you mean, Raj. I forgot to post in my Telegram group that I'm doing live. So what's the most of the time that you trade? What time period do you trade, Raj? You trade the London session, I guess. I guess you trade now the Asian and the London session, and then generally the New York session is too late for you. So just look again at the 1 minute chart, and you see this right here is the first candle, and we went up, we went down, we went up, and we went down. So very sideways movement so far today, and it's really difficult to make any kind of money in here. Even a scalper, depending on where you pull the trigger, it's going to be difficult to make money in those small candles. It'll be really fast and only taking just a few pips. Looks like it might want to go down now. Back on the 15-minute chart, and still got 5 minutes left on this candle, so maybe we're going to get a short trade here. So you just use one account for each session. Do you have a copy trade software where you can just trade on one account and then it will copy that trade to all the other accounts? That's what I use. So I just place a trade on one account and then it places the trade on 3 other accounts exactly at the same time and with different lot sizes according to the capital that's in each account. That is really, really useful, really handy. Instead of having to look at different accounts, click buy or sell on different accounts, just one click. Now going back up. Oh, I just lost my screen again. Okay, here we go. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. As you know, my internet connection at this condo is not so great. I appreciate your patience. Well, it's trying. 3 more minutes on this candle. Let's see what it'll do. It's kind of stuck on that 4950 level. And that's a round number, strong psychological number, support level, minor support level. Our our pivot point is 4947, but it keeps bouncing off of this 4950 right here. Already one, two, 3 times. 45 minutes staying right on 4950. Another 1 minute and 20 seconds on this candle, and I'm not going to get a short trade. Not yet. If I did go short, my stop loss would be at 4987, right here above the red safety line. I'm just going to jump up and grab a bottle of water. Sometimes it's like this, it's just boring. We're just sitting on our hands waiting. And then when you get so bored, then that's when the market starts to move. When you get really bored and stop watching, and then you come back and see, oh, wow, it made a really big move. Now our third candle getting started here. All small candles, really small candles here, just bouncing off of that trend line. Oh, I said that was 49.50. That's not, that's 49.60 that it's bouncing off of. 49.60. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I'm going to continue watching the chart though. And what I'm looking for is a break and a close below this green trend line here. And then I will go short, and I would put my take profit at 48.83, the first support level. And then I'll put my stop loss at 501, 4988, 4988. And that would give me a, use my short tool here. If I go short, let's say I go short right there, and about 4988 right in there. And that will give me a 1 to 2.4 risk to reward ratio. That's if it will break below that trend line. Looks like it's trying really hard, eh? Just bouncing off it. Really respecting the trend line, eh? 45 minutes already. It's bounced 3 times off the trend line. So, like I said, I'm going to sign off here. You know what trade I'm going to take if it materializes. So I'll try and come back in the London session. That's in it's 3 p.m. Indochina time. So that would be 6 hours from now, and I'll let you know how that developed, if it developed. Now it's bouncing over the trend line again. That's 4 times in a row, 4 candles in a row. Really respecting the trend line today. Okay, thanks, Raj. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. And I will endeavor to do my best to be here in the London session. Don't forget to like and share. I appreciate you being here. Anybody else that's watching, I hope you have a great time, a good trading session wherever you are in the world. I'll see you again next time.